starter says go, and they're off and racing from that 1,000 meter marker, and they've come out as one. Right up there's Mover and Shaker, May Queen, Constable to the inside, Vegas High Rise, then comes Mardi Gras, the grey, about 4 lengths off the leader. Striker matches towards the outside and racing 5 off them. So in front is Constable, I would say, on the inside from Mover and Shaker, who's racing down the middle outside. May Queen is in third, Striker match, Vegas High Rise, and Mardi Gras is going to have to be good to win from there as Mover and Shaker now comes into the lead and goes 3 lanes clear. In second is May Queen. Constable stuck to its station on the inside, but Mover and Shaker still going nicely. Mover and Shaker's in front. May Queen's in second, but Mover and Shaker's hardly come out of first gear, and he now gets punched out to win going away. Mover and Shaker, that's more like it. Mover and Shaker wins well. May Queen in second. Striker Matches run third, and fourth goes to Vegas High Rise. So hardly come out of first gear. You can see Samanga Kamalo just posing, now going to ask for a length, gives the length straight away, and he quickly becomes a 4-time winner. Well done to all the owners. There's quite a few. They love this horse, and they'll be very happy with the way Mover and Shaker has put them to bed in race number 4.
Well, whilst we might have been doubting ourselves there about the horses that should challenge out for the win here, it really proved to be a one-horse race. Move and Shaker has shown them up here with a clean pair of heels, dominated right the way through. This man here has ridden him before, and you had the race won at the start.
Yes, obviously we had a little hiccup, obviously when the gates, the shot heads up and it never opened, and he already was looking to fly out. But to try and reposition him again, I thought, let me rather just leave him, you know, he knows how to come out. And as soon as they pressed the button, he was lightning out. And this time around, obviously, you know, he loves this track. Track is on top and he's a galloper. You know, he's a nice horse. Obviously, Fabian, he understands him a lot better. But when I come in the ring, he just says, you know, Smang, you know the horse, and I just ride him the way you find him. And it's a matter of trying to get him out, and he loves the outside rail. But having said that, you know, sometimes you're drawn on the inside. Today I was drawn too, so you think, oh, you can't really just dive over. You have to take your time, you know, otherwise...
well, there's that rule, isn't there, that you've got to keep your station for the first bit.
That rule, exactly. Straight course rule for first 200 meters, you know, that's really harsh. So you have to try your best not to cut them off. And I just held him up, and actually, when I sort of like had him, he came back to me, and I was really surprised. And I said, I'm just going to hold him in that hold. I saw the light on the inside moving up, and I thought, you know, he must have burned early, so let me wait a bit. And I could feel this horse, he was just breathing, just moving nicely. I said to myself, this is time now, let me see. And he just took one breath, and he took off. So it was really quite a nice win. Big thanks to Fabian, big thanks to the Nassif family, big thanks to also all the connections, you know, they all love him, and we took him to Durban. There was more crowd than this, and he enjoyed it, and still this time around there's still so much love of this horse. So big thanks Fabian for keeping me on, and again to the grooms, you know, that do the hard work behind the scenes. They really love the horses, so big thanks to them. And my sponsors, Maurice Fontaine, Drift, big well done to them. And again, to everybody and the Bling fans, whoop whoop.
Before you go, just quickly, before you go, anything further from you? Are there more whoop whoops today?
You know, obviously Fabian's other horse, Bloomington, he'll tell you a little bit better. But the last time was a little bit of a tricky race where we had the bad draw. But you know, he really overcome it, and he won in style. So if he can just bring half of that today, I think is my next best.
Okay, thanks very much, Samanga Kamalo, with a popular win here on Mover and Shaker. Fabian comes into the office here. Let's quickly touch on the baby, the 2-year-old and open company that ran before. Stayed with him for a large part of the way, but then eventually faded away in the closing stages.
Yeah, she wasn't fully wound up today, and we never tested her properly. She'll come on nicely for that run. But in saying that, a top right from Samanga, I came in the ring, I says to Kamali, I'll leave everything to you. You know the horse, there's no instructions, he's fit as well. Go do your business. And a big thanks to my father-in-law, Zach, to George, Daniel Schlanger, to Jonathan, to Mr. Stephen Peterson, to Yanni De Lange, all big supporters of the stable, to Uncle Jimmy Sarkis, and to my sponsor, PAG Cleaning. Thank you very much.
Excellent win today because, as Samanga said, wanted that outside rail. The danger we thought was Constable, but the kid stayed right down the inside. That played into your hands too.
Yeah, that suited us down to the ground. And I just think last time the 1100 was a touch too far. I think he's a better 5 furlong horse. He's still maturing, and I think he's still got a lot in hand, this horse.
Tell us about it a bit later. Do you expect something else today?
You know, my horse in the next, he's got a each-way chance to Tuli. And then Bloomington, just including him in your play, also fit in well.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for confirming that because Alistair was disagreeing with me.
Okay, thank you. God bless.
Thanks for that. Well done to Fabian. Jonathan Nassif, been a long time since I've spoken to you. In fact, I've wanted to interview for a long, long time. We speak regularly, but not on camera. But well done to you guys. You have to be applauded for winning another race and bringing so many people into the game, Jonathan, because it makes it that much more exciting.
It does, but you know, sometimes you love the game and you hate it. But at the moment, I'm not actually enjoying the game. I'm not enjoying the game. You know, things are not going like just, you know, when you get people that are just hateful, doesn't make the game nice. But we try to do our best.
But this will pick up your spirits. I mean, it was a good win, and you've got a good horse here. One in Durban. I mean, let's look back at that Durban win. Just showed them, and people sort of took notice of him from that day on.
Well, at least today he set the record straight.
Yeah.
I would just like to say thank you to SK. Thanks to Fabian, thanks to Stephen Peterson, to Yanni De Lange, to my dad, to my brother, to all our grooms and the owners that have been stuck with us. Thanks to them, and let's see how it goes from here.
Well, you might have another today, so I don't want to elaborate on it because I'm hoping that you come back and speak to me.
Well, let's hope so. You know, I think Letuli is a big runner, but let's see how it goes.
We'll give you that 1,500 Rand check to give to your groom as well.
Thank you very much.
Courtesy of World Sports Betting. Thanks very much to Jonathan Nassif. They put a lot of time and effort into the game. They really are huge supporters. And Mover and Shaker has shown them a clean pair of heels. Won it really, really comfortably in the end and beaten home a good field over here in race number 4 of the day. We'll move on to race 5. Alistair will be joining me for the preview.